Good morning, Angela here at Sew Bright Alpine Quilting, and thanks for joining us on the fourth day of the Great International Craft Show number 11. This morning I am here to talk to you about one of my favourite international fabric designers, and that's Jason YENTER. Jason designs for In the Beginning fabrics, and I've been buying them since we opened the shop, and I've just about every range that he's brought out I've had in some degree. I just love the saturation of the colour, the patterns and the combinations that he gets with his designs, and I really like One Fabric Kaleidoscope designs, and every range Jason brings out he has a One Fabric Kaleidoscope design that goes with it. This time with Haven there are 3 different colourways. So this one is the multi colourway, and then we have the purple one, and we also have it in a gorgeous blue. And if you've not seen the fabric, here it's some of it here. This is the multicoloured one. This is the blue. And this is the purple. They're just gorgeous. The colours, they look like batik, but they're actually a digital print, and the saturation of colour that he's getting is just beautiful, and the feel of the fabric is amazing. Just feels like silk, very silky fabric. So if you've not heard of a One Fabric Kaleidoscope before, it's actually like an octagon shape that you cut with triangles. So we use the Marty Michelle Kaleido ruler to cut out our wedges, and you get 8 wedges, cut out 8 wedges at a time, and then when you rearrange them around you get this kaleidoscope design here, and then you put a little triangle on the corner. Hi Eileen. Eileen's made a One Fabric Kaleidoscope. The beauty of this ruler is that you use this end for cutting out your wedges, and you can see on here the marks that tell you how wide to cut your strips. And then on this end you get the 90-degree corner, and you can see how you use these lines here to work out what size you need. You also get templates in the pattern, but I just find it easier to cut it out with a ruler than trying to cut it out with a with template plastic. The one that I'm going to start working on shortly is with the Florographics fabric. So this is the multicoloured border fabric from the Florographics range, and I'm going to start making a One Fabric Kaleidoscope with that. So if you see, if I pop the ruler down, you'll see that lovely shape that I'll get out of there. And then once we've got 8, you'll and then we flick around this way and you can see that side. So when you have 8 together, that's what gives you that swirling kaleidoscope design.
Evelyn's there.
Hello, Evelyn.
Still to finish.
I'll see if I can get that up here. Oh, I can't see the chat. Oh, I still finished the harmonious one. Yeah, so when you finish the harmonious one, you can do the blue one. So the other patterns that have come out with the harmonious range are, so I just need to turn the sound off of this one. So we have the Calm quilt, which features the blue range of harmonious fabric. So beautiful blues and creams, a little bit of green. So we've got kits for that one. In the purple range you see the Tranquil design. So it's a bit like of a modified Storm at Sea design, I think you would call that one. So that one features all the purples. That's gorgeous with the purple border. And then we have the harmonious one, which is the multicoloured one, and that uses all the reds and blues and creams and greens in that one. And I have started to make that one. You can see that around the corner here. So that is going to look fabulous. lots of piecing. And my biggest tip for doing this is make sure that you spray your fabric with Mary Ellen's Best Press before you start cutting out all your triangles, so that you don't get any stretch on those seams. Okay, so we have Haven in bundles of fat quarters as well. So it is 24 fat quarters in the range. We haven't put the border fabrics in the bundles, but if you want some of those, you can order those separately. So we have 24 fat quarters in a bundle, and we've also split it up into the smaller bundles of the colorways. So these ones have 8 fabrics in them. So you've got the multicolored one, the blue one. So just 8 little fabrics if you want to do a small project. And then there's the purple one as well. And of course we've got them individually in the boxes or on the bolt. We've got all of the fabrics on the bolt still. So that's really good. Then we can kit all of those quilts that I just showed you. Okay, the next one that I want to talk about is Florographics 5. So this is Florographics 5 in the box here that you can see. Lots of beautiful bright colours and lots of dark ones in this one, which makes it nice as well. So you've still got the 3 colourways. You've got multicolours, blues and purples, and this one's got a bit more autumn tone in it. And in the book that came with the Florographics, there are 6 patterns. I'll just flick that book out so that you can see them. So we have this one called Facets that uses the purple range. And we have kits for all of these as well. And then you have this one called Zigzag, which is a bit of a modified barge yellow with black in between. That's really dramatic. That one looks great. This one is called Journey. So this one uses a lot of the purples and aquas. So I think my friend Jenny might like this one. She loves purple and aqua together. And green. This one is another form of a barge yellow or a modified trip around the world. So this one is called X Trip, and that one uses the multicoloured side of the palette. And then we have one that uses the purples, greens and aquas again with that gorgeous border, which is, here is the purple border. And there's also a one Fabric Kaleidoscope pattern with this one, as I mentioned. So you can have it in the purple or the multi. So there's the multicoloured one. And then of course we have those in fat quarter bundles. As you can see, that one has a bundle of 29. It has one of all the range, excluding the border fabrics as well. So they're just so yummy. Look at those beautiful colours. Make it look very batik as well. Just the way that they, the digital prints. Just pop a few up there. Just the colour is beautiful. One of the newer ranges that we actually didn't get. Hi Michelle. Was called Watercolour Beauty. I didn't get this one because it was very close to one that we had a little while ago called Garden Delights, and but I did get the book pattern because it's got the teapot, this new version of the teapot quilt in it. You may remember that we had the teapot sampler quilt a couple of years ago, and it had a panel that had in the shape of the teapots in very Art Nouveau colours, and a lot of people liked the design but they didn't want to use that panel, so now they have the opportunity to make a quilt using the teapots because the teapots are in here as templates. So you can use that to make a different type of teapot quilt. Let me see if I can find it. There we are. I think it would look good in any of these ranges. And Jason also has a basics range, which reads as solid but has a little bit of a pattern on it called the Dip Dot Evolution. So it's these gorgeous saturated solids that have little spots on them, and some of them have slightly multicolours. So they have a bit of a mottle on them. And they were the basics that was used in that teapot quilt as well. So we also have bundles of those. So there's 40 in the range, and we keep them in stock mostly when we can get all 40. I think we have all 40 at the moment, don't we, Steve? Yep, I think so. So you can have those in a fat quarter bundle or individually or on the roll, as you can see. And they are great for popping in between your prints. And lots here. One that we've not got a lot left of is the Garden of Dreams range. So that was one that came out just before the teapot ones, probably late 2018, early 2019. And that was a very popular one. We've just got one bundle left of that. Hasn't got the complete range. It's only got 26 in it, and we've got a few fat quarters, as you can see. But mostly that one's gone. I don't think we have any. We have about 3 different fabrics on the bulk, but that's about it. A little project that I designed last year with some of the Seasons fabric was this little table runner that features a maple leaf. Maple leaves are very popular in Bright, if you've not been here before. We have a lot of maple leaves, a lot of maple trees, and autumn is one of the most popular times to come. So I decided to do this little quilt table runner featuring the Seasons. We've got a few of those left. So the Seasons fabric that we have, there's the pattern. So because we've run out of some of the fabrics, we've had to combine them with some florographics and some dip dots and some Garden of Dreams in there. So you can still have a nice little bundle. Oh, and some diaphanous as well. Diaphanous was a autumn range that we had in as well. There's a few fat quarters left of that one. Another one that's quite popular, that has been really popular and very dramatic, is Urban Jungle. So we've got several of those left. These are very graphic prints. And also has a really nice border print. So these ones are really nice bright graphic prints. This trees one's really nice. So I've used that in a couple of things as well. We've got some fat quarter bundles of those and on the bolt, and there is a book that has 5 patterns in it. We're just out of stock of that one at the moment, but they're coming next week, we hope. Apart from that, that's probably about all that we have for the Jason Yenters. If there's any questions, pop them up and we can answer them. Let me know if you like these quilts. You may notice I'm wearing my new vest. I finally finished it. This one is made with the Pizzazz fabric from Sew Pen. I still have to put a button on. I haven't quite decided what sort of button or whether to just leave it as it is. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out. What do you think? It's a very old Vogue pattern. I couldn't even tell you the number. It's from probably the late 80s, early 90s. But yeah, it's nice to be making something dressmaking for a change instead of quilting. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Thanks for watching. We'll be back at 2 o'clock to give you a recap of all of our showcase products from this weekend, and to show you some last one left specials. We might do a wander around the store. We'll see what happens at 2 o'clock. We'll see you then. Bye bye.